Okay, sure, it wasn't a great season, but it could have been a whole lot worse, and Jack Hughes was still fun to watch, and it seems like things are headed in a good direction. We're probably still another year or two from the playoffs, but I really like the direction this is going. I mean, I know that we don't really have any important pieces for the future that we could lose in this expansion draft in the first place, but I still don't really want to lose one of our young players. After all, you never know who could turn into an important piece down the road. Wait a second, I've got an idea. Dear Mr. Francis, you know what a new team and a new market could really use? An exciting, outgoing player who can really bring new fans into the game. And boy, do we have the guy for you. Sure, you probably will have to ignore the contract and the fact that his production has completely fallen off a cliff since his injury, but PK Subban I think is a perfect player for your franchise. Yeah, that should do the trick. Oh. Or not. Oh well, I guess it was worth a shot. I'm still gonna miss Nathan Bastian though. Alright, we got Luke Hughes! Okay, sure, taking him 4th overall was probably a little bit of a risk, but I mean, it's working out great with Jack, and now we've got 2 Hughes brothers. So all that's left is to figure out how to get Quinn out of Vancouver. I mean, he clearly looked like he wanted to play with his brothers with how happy they were. He's still holding out, right? Wait just a minute! What is this team up to now? First we pick up Graves before the expansion draft, and now Tatar and Hamilton? It might still be a little bit early to talk about playoffs, but after the upseason last year and now some pretty big pickups, plus it being another year of Jack Hughes, this could be a pretty fun team to watch. No! Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Come on, Seattle. It's bad enough that you ignored my email at the expansion draft, but now you're gonna injure 2 of our players, and one of them is Jack Hughes? He was like the main reason to watch this team. I mean, sure, there's still Hamilton and some of the other guys, but Hughes is really what we were here to see. I guess we did still win the game, and the team is off to a pretty good start. Plus, Hughes will be back eventually. It's not a season-ending injury, but that still sucks. I already hate Seattle. Though I guess in the meantime, while Hughes is getting back healthy, we do still have a new 3rd jersey coming out soon, so that should be fun to see. It's a jersey that says Jersey on it. This has to be a joke, right? Okay, so it's not a joke. I mean, it is a joke, just not in the way I wanted it to be. I don't know why I got my hopes up. Oh good, and now they're selling hats that say hat on them too. You know, I guess at least they have a sense of humor about it. Hold on, Seattle waived Nathan Bastian and now we're getting him back? So putting aside the stupid jerseys for just a second, you're gonna tell me that we got Siegenthaler and Graves on the cheap before the expansion draft, just to end up losing Nathan Bastian, and then we get him back for free just a little bit later anyway? You know what, Seattle? I accept the apology. I'm not sure I'm willing to forgive you just yet for what you did to Hughes, but maybe you're not so bad after all. Or at least, I mean, off the ice anyway. On the ice, it doesn't seem like it's going quite as well for you as it did for Vegas, is it? I mean, can we maybe just go back and postpone all of December? I think at this point, that's probably what makes the most sense, right? Oh, great. Now Hamilton's out indefinitely. I had hopes for this season, but I think it's finally time to accept it for what it is. And I forgot to put eye holes in it. You know what? Honestly, that's probably for the best. Hey, you know what? Good for Hughes for getting into the All-Star game. Not that there was really a lot of other options from our team, but still it was fun to see him there, and he absolutely got robbed in that breakaway challenge. I mean, the magic trick, absolute genius. Stupid cheating Vegas. All right, well, I mean, at this point, I think it's pretty safe to say that even with us not necessarily thinking this would be a playoff season, it's still been a bit disappointing and honestly just straight up bad season once again. Obviously, that's somewhat due to injuries, and Jack Hughes has been a lot of fun to watch, already over 50 points on the season, which, considering the injury that he had thanks to Seattle early on, does have him at over a point per game, so that's been a lot of fun. The future's still bright there, and at the very least, we get to watch him play for another month. No! No! Not again! Ah! Screw you, Islanders! You had to take the one thing we had left to watch this season. Ugh. Maybe we'll get a better draft pick now. Where did I put that bag? Hey! We're moving up in the draft again! Shane Wright, here we come! Oh, or I guess we get the second pick. I mean, I guess the draft is in Montreal, so obviously they were going to give it to them. So I guess now the only question is, how do we move up into the late first round for a second pick so we can get Jack Hughes? Or, I mean, another Jack Hughes. Obviously, they're not actually related, but the more Hughes, the better.